Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. I'm out here this morning, early morning, to review this new StingerBee by Newbeedrone. Now before we take the StingerBee for a flight, how about we go to Indoor Steve, who's going to tell you all about this new drone on the market. Check it out. So I'm Indoor Steve, and this would be the brand new StingerBee HD03. So what do we have here? We have a dead cat frame on the StingerBee. It does have 3-inch props, so you can call this a 3-inch quad. The props are gem fan. It does run on a 4S LiPo battery with an XT30 connector. It comes with the DJI-03 camera as well as the DJI-03 transmission system. 45 amp ESC in the frame, which has a burst capacity of 55 amps. The super powerful brushless motors are 1404 motors at 4000 kV. This thing rips. Since we are the year 2024, all the really good FPV drones coming out have a super fast MCU so that the slightest movements, it recognizes it and it accounts for it. So the StingerBee has an F7 MCU as well as a really accurate gyro. On the forward section above the camera, you may or may not have noticed this, but there is a GPS there. Very tiny. It is an M10Q GPS and it gets satellites extremely fast. And the bonus, this whole thing weighs under 250 grams, even with the LiPo battery. So now you're saying, Steve, that's all well and great, but honestly, how does it perform? Well, I can only give you my personal pilot experience flying this. So I'm going to say right off, it is extremely smooth and accurate. If I had to describe this in one word, I would say accurate, because when you aim it at something to go through something, it's very accurate. It doesn't move side to side, up and down, anything like that. As well, for the size, being a 3-inch drone with powerful motors, I find it very easy to control. So if you want to fly very slow, you can fly slow. If you want to fly fast, you can fly fast, and anything in between. So what does any of that mean in the real world of flying FPV drones? Well, for somebody like me who likes to fly FPV drones just to explore things, I have to go at different speeds. A lot of times I chase RC planes because I have my friends flying RC planes, and chasing an RC plane with an FPV drone is a skill to be learned. You can't do it right off the bat. You have to practice for a lot of months, and it really depends on the type of quad. So this one, very easy for chasing RC planes because I can go fast, I can go slow, I can be direct, agile in the air, and point it all over the place. And that will let me get the plane in frame no matter which angle I'm flying the drone at. So to summarize everything I just said, it kind of means the tuning is exceptional here. Really good tuning out of the box. Now, one thing I noticed about this quad, different than a lot of other quads, is that this one is very floaty. I don't know if that's the proper word. What I mean by that is if I'm flying and I drop the throttle on my radio, well, on most quads, when you drop the throttle, they just fall out of the air because there's no prop movement. But this one here will just stay in the air still. It keeps on flying. It is dropping, but it doesn't drop very fast, and it stays very level no matter which angle you are going at. It's really good. But it can also be very scary if you're not aware of it. Like there's one instance when I first flew this for the very first time, I saw a set of soccer goal posts that I was coming up to, and I just wanted to drop maybe 10 feet and go through them. It didn't drop as fast as I wanted it to, and I almost hit the soccer post, but I missed them luckily. But yeah, it was a little scary. It's because you have to get used to how floaty this is. So for some people, that floatiness, well, they're gonna love it. But for other people who maybe are doing some crazy up and down freestyle and trying to get through things really fast, they may not love it as much. And of course, if you want to change stuff, you're gonna have to change the PIDs and the rates. So I believe this would make a good quad for racing or freestyle if you get used to that floatiness. But for general everyday flying, the kind that I like, it's perfect. Now the little GPS up front, GPS Rescue, I wanted to see how it performs, so I gave it a shot, and here's how it performed. All right, I'm gonna try the GPS. I'm gonna come over here. My battery's getting low, so let's just go like this. Let's say I want to come home, and I'm gonna put it in GPS Rescue. I'll just aim over to me, and there we go. So it's a GPS Rescue. What's it doing? I'm not touching anything. It's going up. Let's see if it falls out of the sky. How high is it going? I can't see the altitude here. Oh, that's going pretty high. And now it's flying itself. It's just flopping around. Let's see where she's going. I'm always worried about these when you let the drone fly itself. What's it gonna do? Either it's gonna loiter over top or it's going to try to land on my head or something like that. So I'm trying to see where it is. Oh, it looks like it's coming over top. And there we go. So it flew over top and I'll see if it wants to come down. So it stopped and it's coming down. So it's coming down, and then I'll look up, see if I can see it. It's over there. I'll let it fall down out by itself, coming down, coming down. It's not hitting any trees, it's coming down fast. It's good. Probably sees me, and it slams into the ground nicely. Wow, that's pretty good. So the GPS rescue is a success, and it's the type of GPS rescue that returns to home and lands itself. And it does it quite quickly too. So that's where it took off from, down here. And I'll show you where it landed. It's right, keep following my finger. It's over here. Right over here. Hopefully that's in the frames. So GPS rescue is a bonus to have if you lose connection or things are getting out of hand. Put it in GPS rescue or it's going to go in GPS rescue automatically. Now I've taken the StingerBee for about 10 flights and it performed really well, and I recorded one of the flights early morning, so check this out. Now you normally won't see me lying on the ground. It's only because we're having a little bit more warmer weather and the ground is, well, it's still frozen, but at least it's not wet and soaking through my body. So we're going to take this for a flight out here at the beach. You can see it is early morning. The sun is barely rising. Now, one thing I've noticed about the StingerBee, I've already flown this several times, is that when you plug it in, which I'm about to do now, it gets the satellites really quick. So as soon as you plug it in, it's best to place it down on the ground so it can get its GPS location. It gets the satellites at such a quick speed that by the time I get up from here, walk back to my Jeep, put my goggles on, the satellite number is over 10. Okay, so back at the Jeep, and let's see, let's just look in our goggles and see how many satellites it says. It says we have 11 satellites, so that is pretty fast. It gets them quickly. And it appears to be one of those systems that you plug your first battery in, it gets the satellites, you unplug it, you put your second battery in, and it takes no time to get like 20 satellites in seconds the next time. It's like it remembers all the satellite positions. So right now I'm at a new location for it, so it's pretty good that I got 10 satellites that quick. So let's go fly. What are we up to now? I'm up to 14 satellites, which is fine. It's a little chilly on the fingers, but I'm going to try to fly without gloves, and here we go.
Flight mode launch.
Here we are. Now, I've flown this before, and I do find it to be a very smooth flying drone. Like if you wanted to use this drone to explore your area, it would be very good for that because it flies very smooth. And it's very true. If you point it in one direction, it's going to go in that direction no matter what. And I'll come back to where I am over here. I'm out there. You can see I'm kind of alone today. Not a lot of people around. There I am right there. I do find if you fly this drone very conservatively, like very low on the throttle, like 20%, 10%, it moves really nice. You can go visit things and you get quite a long flight time. You can hear a car going by and I see the car over there. I'm gonna go this way. I gotta stay below the power lines because they always sneak up and get me. So I'll stay low to the ground, come back this way by me, watch out for the trees. And of course, for everybody who loves doing your freestyle, this thing does it really well. Matter of fact, you could probably do, let me try this. I'm gonna try to do a few of them. Going around, I'm still going, still flipping. So there we go, it kept it off the ground. A lot of quads, you cannot do that. You can flip once or a roll once. I always get them mixed up, flips and rolls. You can roll once, but this one, because of the way it's tuned with the air mode, I'm pretty sure there's an air mode going on to allow me to do that, it really stays in the air well. And I do love the fact on this quad, you can fly so slow. Like, look at this. A lot of quads that go fast, I can never get them to go slow. This one here, it's coming right up at me, nice and slow. All right, we'll go by me nice and slow here. There we go. All in all, it's a really good quad to fly. I'm really enjoying this one. So I would say if you're a pro pilot in the FPV hobby or you are a beginner, you would actually love this quad. Now, for a beginner, you have to practice on a flight sim before you try to fly FPV drones. But yeah, I think you would have a good time with this little quad. It does really well. What I like about it is that it's so easy to fly, and wherever you point the nose, that's where it goes. It seems to work super, super well. Are those birds? Are those birds? Oh, I hate going over birds because they fly up. I'm getting away from them. But at the beach, this is a great place to just explore and go check things out. And that's all I'm doing because this is the perfect quad for that. You can check out anything you want, explore anything you want. It's awesome. And come on under these trees, back to me through here. Beautiful quad. So my personal opinion about this quad is that it's one of those quads I would probably use myself personally quite a bit because it's an everyday, everything quad. It's not aggressively fast, it's not aggressively slow. It's very well tuned. It lets you do whatever you want to do. It doesn't have any weird bad habits. It just does everything well. So for me, this is what a lot of people ask me what I like. This is the type of quad I like because I'm more of a guy for flying and exploring. So I just like to fly around and check things out in my area. That's all I like doing, and this is the perfect quad for that. And I'll see if I can get it going faster. So if you're into racing, it is pretty fast, but it's not super fast. You see I'm cruising really quick here. That's about as quick as I can get it to go right now without smashing into things. Going through all the trees. Whoa, I just saw that tree at the last second. I was coming right up at it. Yeah. These old eyes play tricks on you. All right, let's see how quiet it is. Let's see how long it takes before all these birds freak out. Okay, I'm just floating along here with the wind. Look at that. Oh, don't tell me the Canada geese fly away because you're gonna take out my quad if I get over you. And I'll just fly off to the side here. There you go, there you go. There we have some Canada geese. Oh, they're not going very far. All right, so we'll leave them there. I'm not out here to bother the geese, so I'll just keep flying this way. I could bother the seagulls because they're annoying. They poop all over the place. Okay, let's bring this baby back to me. I do love how slow I can fly this thing. Come right down to our little cameras down here and land. Yeah, you just hover it really nice and come down.
Engine off.
There we go. So I tell you, Newbeedrone, you made a really good quad. I don't know how everybody's making quads so good nowadays, but I have not flown a bad quad in a long time. I really have to get myself a really crappy bad FPV quad because honestly, today, they're all friggin' good. And this one by Newbeedrone, the StingerBee, it's really good. All right, so the next thing I want to show you with this quad is what comes in the box if you buy this baby. So check it out. This is the box the StingerBee comes in. The StingerBee arrives fully assembled except for the props. You have to put the props on and a prop diagram is provided. You can see that the StingerBee is constructed mostly of carbon fiber and metal. Carbon fiber is also used to help protect the camera. Each of the arms have landing skid plates. And as you can see, the StingerBee is under 250 grams even with a battery. Other items in the box include product support cards, stickers, and candy. Now I just want to mention that if you need batteries, the high-end Tattoo R-Line batteries are available on the Newbeedrone website, such as the 550 mAh 4S battery I used in this review video. Alright, so you're back to me. Let me show you the recommended battery for this quad. Here we have the recommended 4S battery, and these are available on the Newbeedrone website. So if you put a 550 mAh 4S LiPo battery in this quad, you're going to get about 4 minutes of flight time. That's 4 minutes if you take it nice and easy. Don't do anything crazy, freestyle or anything like that. You can put a much larger battery on this quad. I flew 1 or 2 of my flights using an 1100 mAh LiPo battery, and it flies perfectly fine with an 1100, and you do get more flight time. But it's not like you take 550 and then go 1100. Oh, I should get twice as much flight time. Nope, you get about another minute of flight time. Now also, since I have the DJI-03 system, I flew it with my DJI goggles too. You can also fly it with the DJI Integra goggles or the DJI goggles version 2 or the brand new DJI goggles 3 that nobody's seen, only me, but they're coming out. You'll see them soon. And for receivers, mine came with a Crossfire receiver, so I use my TBS Tango 2 to control it. You can get it with an ELRS receiver, which I highly recommend since most radios are ELRS on the market. This is Crossfire, not ELRS. So now we come to the point I give you my final thoughts on this. Well, this is an all-around perfect drone for somebody like me. And I say that for me because I like to fly drones and explore my area. And this is perfect for that. So I'm very happy with this StingerBee. Also, I honestly believe it's a very good drone for beginners. Now, not a beginner who's never flown anything before. If you're a beginner and you're doing flight sims and you want your first drone, this might be okay, but you should get something smaller, then progress to this. But if you did fly this, you could probably fly it if you could fly on flight sims. And for professional pilots, there's no way anybody's going to hate on this quad. I can't see it. It's just too good. So now, no matter which drone I review, somebody always says, there's got to be something negative about it, Steve. You must have found something negative about it. Well, the only thing negative on this one I would say is there's no buzzer. Although you can hook one up. So if I lose it, I can't find it. There's no fancy LED lights on it like a lot of the drones today come out with. So you can't see it if you lose it in the ground and looking at blinky lights or something. So it doesn't have a buzzer, doesn't have LED lights. Yes, you can add them, but I guess that would be the only negative. It's pretty minor. So with all that said, I'm going to put links to this product below and you could go check it out, see what the price is on the Newbeedrone website. Also, if you're wondering why I'm wearing Newbeedrone gear, and I have a little hat back here, and I have a lanyard, and I have a takeoff and landing pad, That's simply because Captain Drone asked for it and they sent it to me. I asked pretty much every company whose products I review to send me their merch. Not too many do, but Newbeedrone sent me theirs. So you too can have this merch, just check the website. So if you have any final questions on this baby, something I didn't cover here, well, post them below and I'll get back to you. But for now, I say thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in a future video with many more reviews. Until then, I say bye!